President Donald Trump has certainly put himself in the crosshairs since his election. No doubt the economy is at all-time highs. Lots of criminals that would have otherwise walked free have been arrested in some very high-profile cases, NXIVM and Epstein as examples. However, the real criminals and their puppets are still running around loose, and the unspoken consensus among those who I've spoken to is that these scumbags will die in their beds of old age before they can serve anything near a meaningful sentence for their crimes. The following is just one of the many conversations I've had recently. The frustration is apparent, especially since I and the caller are venting and maybe should have exercised a bit more restraint. But I give a rat's ass. I'm going to say what my opinions are and how I feel, and if the trolls and the techno-Nazis don't like it, they can kiss my ass. The traitors will hang on my watch, and whatever I can do to facilitate that event, I will do. Warning: the following video may contain language that is not suitable for children and social justice warrior snowflakes, prudes, or virtue signalers.
How you doing, Brian?
Dave, how are you doing is the question.
Oh, I'm shoveling shit against this tide. There's so much corruption, I can't even fit it into an 18-hour day.
You know, I have become so disgusted by this charade that's going on with our mainstream media and by this crooked cabal that's back there in D.C., this so-called deep state that is telling these lies to the American people and committing sedition. I listened to this today, and after it's over, I'm thinking to myself, you know, we have listened to QAnon and Q Plus for 2 years. They've been promising mass arrests. They have been promising a lot of things insofar as locking these crooked demons up. And yes, some arrests have been made for little guys, the pedophilia thing, you know, the national organizations that have done pedophilia like NXIVM and so on and so forth. But I have seen no results with the deep state. Nothing. And the charade goes on. And, you know, Dave, I just had the Republican National Committee call me up, which I contribute to what I can, because I believe in helping out the cause. And they're asking for money. And I told that lady that called me, I says, we've been listening to these promises of arresting these people in the cabal and all the evil that they've done for over 2 years. And I don't see any of them arrested, and they're still on the national media lying about our president, committing sedition, and Hillary Clinton's still on the loose, signing book deals and out giving speeches. I says, I'll tell you something. They've got the goods on these people. There's no arrests. And as far as I'm concerned, if there's no arrest, it's a pony show. And I'm not going to give not one more dime to the Republican Party until some arrests are made. And in particular, if Hillary Clinton is not locked up and in jail by the time it's time for me to vote in the next election, I'm not even going to vote for President Trump, although he's done some wonderful things with the economy and kept us out of war with Iran and North Korea. That's great. But unless Hillary Clinton and this cabal is not arrested, I'm not voting for him. And as far as I'm concerned, it can go into revolution, and we'll just end it right there.
That's what it's going to... I've been saying this for years. That's the only thing that's going to solve this problem. Descend on Washington with 10 million armed citizens and just take them all the fuck out.
Well, that's
because it's not working. Whatever the fuck it is that they wrote into the Constitution and to the Bill of Rights is not working, because you got demon-possessed zombies that are running this government. And it's been that way since Kennedy and probably even before. The mainstream media has been a bullshit story since Kennedy and since before Kennedy. They're complicit.
Exactly right.
They're complicit.
Exactly right.
And I don't believe we won the Revolutionary War. I think they made a deal with the Queen, and we're
with the
still involved
king.
with that shit. We're still
You bet.
involved with this fucking pedivore cocksucker. That if I had listen, I'm at the point where I'm a Vietnam veteran. I got the 1,000-yard PTSD stare. They're not human.
Well, you got a populace that listens to mainstream media, and they will argue the point that when you try to tell them the truth of what's going on that is not publicized with the news, they don't believe a damn word that you say, and they're all asleep. You know what? They're gonna come awake real damn fast.
It's going to be too goddamn late because when they come awake, they'll be all control. They'll have the electronic shackles and the Democrats chip in their hand, and they'll be all fucking controlled. They'll suck everybody.
When those Democrats get back in, and it comes to that day, Dave, and that time, and they have to deal with it, and there's a revolution going on in the country, and they're not only not eating, but they're gathering them up to kill them, then they're going to wake up. But it's going to take that because they're too stupid. But like I said, to continue giving my money to the Republican Party when these arrests have not happened, it looks to me as if it's just a dog and pony show. You know what? The lock her up chants have long since died out. I don't hear them chanting "lock her up" anymore. Do you?
No.
So get with it. Lock the sons of bitches up. It's time to make a move. What the hell are you going to do?
Well,
wait until they get back in power anyway?
If I was sitting behind the Resolute desk, the moment I took my hand off the Bible and became president of the United States, I would have sent the military out to arrest all these fucking people, and I would have sent the military and the Navy SEALs and Delta Force into Rothschild and took them all hostage and made them fucking take and put back the money into our treasury that they stole from us for 100 fucking years. And then I'd fucking put them against the wall and shoot them for treason. I'd put it on fucking. I'd take over all the TV stations and I'd fucking televise that shit live. This is what happens to you when you're a fucking scumbag traitor motherfucker.
Well, I totally agree. They got all the evidence on them, and even if there were presidential pardons before Obama left office, he did enough things that they have the goods on him for that they could nullify all that.
Not only that, he was never the president because he was born in Kenya. He's a fucking Muslim. He's a Manchurian candidate. So with an executive order, President Trump could nullify his presidency and every fucking thing he did, including the pardons.
Well, it's disgusting. After this showing today, and the fact that there have been no arrests and no moves on these people, why don't they move on these people publicly right while they're doing this? I would send
the Marines right into Congress and arrest them while they're sitting there cooking shit up. I would fucking put them all in shackles and take them the fuck out.
Absolutely.
Fuck the law.
Absolutely.
Fuck, you can't arrest a member of Congress while Congress is in session. Fuck it. You know what? You committed treason. You committed sedition. You're a fucking baby-eating scumbag piece of shit that's not even human. So we're going to take you into custody and we're going to send you to Gitmo. We're going to give you a fucking hammer. Here, hunt fucking rats and roaches to eat, you fucking bastard. Fuck you.
And the Speaker of the House taking millions of dollars from El Chapo. And then switching her story. They got a clip out now. I forget who put it out. Was it you that put it out, the clip about her... It was Gary Franchi that did it. About earlier, she's speaking the exact same words against immigration 25 years ago as Trump's saying now.
Right. And as long as they have,
and then on the other hand, that bitch has taken $100 million from El Chapo for contributions for campaign.
As long as they have control of the border, they're happy. But once they don't have control of the border, now they're against the control of the border because they don't have control no more. See, they want to be able to get these drugs in through the ports of entry. Oh, look, they're working for the CIA. Same with fucking what's his name with Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, he was working for intelligence. Well, what the fuck? What intelligence is he working for? He's working for Mossad. He's working for the Russians. He's working for the Chinese. Who the fuck is this guy working for? Who the fuck is this guy? Where did he get his money from? He's only got one
Right.
customer for his hedge fund, and that was the
Yeah.
guy that started that started Victoria's Secret. I wonder what Victoria's Secret really is. And fucking
Well, like you say,
California has been hooked. They've been having earthquakes out in California on the China Lake for the past 2 fucking weeks. There ain't no tectonic plates slipping and causing 200 fucking aftershocks a day.
Well, I don't know what's going on there, but I do know this. This needs to come to a head. Enough's enough. Enough is enough. This charade with the mainstream news.
All the politicians need to be taken out and shot. That's what needs to happen.
There needs to be house cleaning. There's no doubt about that. I don't know about all of them, but I'll tell you what. Those ones that have committed treason and done high crimes, absolutely. Let's get on with it. Indict them for hell's sake, and let's get the ball rolling. To let them continue to go before our mass media. And that's another thing. The mass media, even locally where I'm at in Utah, they cut off the Republicans when they was interviewing those people in this horse show today. They're equally complicit in all this cover-up. These are people who have committed sedition, right down to our local newscasters right in Salt Lake City.
Unbelievable.
Disgusting.
And all these fucking people that are missing. All these people that are missing. I'm me, Stony Stone, and a couple of other people, Pam, Lisa Haven. We're the only ones that are, and then we get fake web pages made about us. Where the fuck?
You know where they're going. You know where they're going as well as I do.
Yeah, they're going to hell.
You know what they're doing.
Point. If my friend Art Brinkline was alive, the Hildebeest would not be running around.
They're not human, is what they are. They're just not human. They're eating kids. They eat babies.
Yep, and people can't wrap their head around that shit.
It's unbelievable.
People can't wrap their head around it. That's why they've gotten away with it for so long. They've had this Appalachian Trail fucking thing going on now for the last 30 fucking years. That's why when I hiked the Appalachian Trail, when I wrote my book, The Mid-Atlantic Trailblazer, I took my 357 Magnum with me.
Oh, hell yes.
Now you come next to me or any of the people that I'm with, I want to blow your fucking brains out and leave you in the fucking woods for the bears to eat you.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate what you've done, Dave, and I just had to call you. I've talked to you for a very long time. And like I say, this lady that called me from the Republican National Committee trying to ding me for money when these arrests have been promised and I don't see a damn thing. Hillary's still on the loose. Enough is enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Enough is enough. What are they going to do? Wait until they do impeach Trump or assassinate him?
Oh, that's all they got to do.
What the hell are they going to do?
That's all they fucking got to do. That'd be the last fucking step they ever fucking take. Because I tell you what, I personally know at least 50 people will go down and I don't give a fuck. I will go down with my fucking Rec 7 and I will take some motherfuckers out.
Hey, answer me something. Why in the hell doesn't Trump lower the boom on them?
I don't know. Maybe he's waiting for Friday when Congress gets out of session so they can arrest them all. I don't know. There's a lot of people saying that fuckers are in Gitmo. Where's Ruth Bader Ginsburg? If you're wondering where the fuck she is, the president wants to see you. Come see me. If you don't come see me, you're out of office. That's it. Very fucking simple. It's like cut and dry. It's no fucking big secret. If I'm the president and I want to see a fucking Supreme Court justice, I have the right to summon that fucking bitch. Come in my office right now. Bring your fucking Aqualung with you.
Yeah, that post that you had where those people were walking through the rope in front of her, you've got to be kidding. You have got to be kidding. Somebody in the government actually put that piece of shit out and they expect people to believe that she's still alive after that. That's proof of life.
And
You've got to be shitting me.
And the New Zealand video. That's why they took my last channel down, because I tried to post it. It fucking recognized it immediately. They made a fucked up, with all the Hollywood connections, people making fucking Jurassic Park and fucking Avatar movies and shit. You would think that they could come up with something better than that, a little bit more fucking believable. Here you got a high resolution camera. The faces before and after are blurred out like you got an f-stop of 0.16 or some shit. And what the fuck? You can tell it's two different cameras because the resolution on the images is different.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
That's a big fucking, thing. Plus, he's sitting there not even moving. It's like they took one of those cardboard fucking things that, like you stand next to some Hollywood actors or some shit now in Hollywood, and you take a picture of her. She didn't fucking move. She's not even breathing.
It's like you said a long time ago. You try to talk to these stupid asses about how our news is controlled and how they're lying to us and how they've done it since the Kennedy assassination. I got people, I tell them, I'll bring you right in my house and show you the original Zapruder film where Jacqueline Kennedy blows his head off. And you know what they'll tell you?
They'll tell you shit, but it wasn't Jacqueline Kennedy. It was the driver.
It's a doctored film. If you got something like that, it was doctored film.
Yeah, it was William Greer. The driver did it. And when I wrote my book, Land of Childhood's Fears, I know exactly how to fucking did it, because I was sitting in a fucking room with 12 veterans who had all kinds of fucking, kind of jobs in the service. One guy was a SEAL. One guy was working for the fucking CIA for a while. One guy was working for the FBI. And they put it all together. Here's the fucking guy. He's got a shoulder holster, a horizontal shoulder holster under his right arm, and he's got a pinned back Colt 45 with half a fucking load in it. And he shoots. He turns his head, looks at the president, and pops him right in the neck.
Yeah, and right after that, Jacqueline Kennedy finished him off. You've seen that, haven't you?
I didn't see that. But
I'll send you the link.
Good. Send me the link, because I like to see that shit. And,
I'll look it up.
all of this bullshit that they come up with, the Mirror building blew up with a truck bomb in front of the building, blew the whole fucking front of the side of the building off. Bullshit. Then they had this fucking guy convicted of the shit, and he's sitting in jail on death row, and he doesn't appeal a case, and all of a sudden, they execute him and they bring him out. Yeah, right. Okay. And if you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
the guy was a fucking agent, and he's probably working at 7-Eleven somewhere in fucking Dubai or some shit. Who the fuck knows? And then 9/11, fucking, you have symmetrical collapse with asymmetrical damage. A fucking plane that couldn't fucking pierce the outside skin of that fucking thing because those beams were 4 inches thick. I worked in those fucking buildings for 15 fucking years.
Right,
no
and
way.
then
the windows
Building
were
7
2 inches
drops.
thick. The windows were 2 inches thick.
Building 7 drops the same damn day.
The same damn day. The same.
And they paid that guy off with a great big settlement on that building after he blasts his own damn building down.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, we decided to pull the building. Like, you get a feather up your ass one fucking minute, and 10 minutes later the fucking building comes down. It takes months to plan a fucking controlled demolition. And then the plane that crashed in Pennsylvania, there was no bodies, there was no luggage, there was no fucking papers flying around, there was no landing gear, there was no 10-ton titanium engines. Where's the fucking plane?"
Dave, I'm sick of paying on my house. Tell me when I can blow my own house up and the insurance is going to pay on it.
Never.
Well,
and you know what? They made out like a bandit. They made out like a fucking bandit. He blew up his own place. Blew up his own place, and the insurance paid him how many millions of dollars for it? Yeah, not only that, but the fucking insurance companies made out like a fucking bandit. Because if you go out on Wall Street right now, all the offices are now condominiums, $1 million fucking condominiums, because the businesses couldn't pay the fucking rent to stay there and the insurance to stay there anymore. The Federal Reserve Bank has got fucking those pop-up fucking poles that prevent the car from coming down the street because they're supposedly afraid that somebody's going to blow up the Federal Reserve. But the Federal Reserve Bank is built out of fucking 20-ton fucking titanium fucking rocks that, forget about it. You ain't never getting through that fucking building. But the World Trade Center had gold underneath it. They took the gold out in dump trucks, and then they fucking collapsed the building to cover up the heist. You think I'm bullshitting? Because thing with those securities or some shit that was supposed to be, there was $21 billion in some kind of certificates or some shit that was supposed to be paid the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew about the gold heist and all that with the Twin Towers. It's all pathetic.
And you can tell it's controlled demolition because on my website I have a page called WTC Demolition. It shows a beam that was cut at a 45-degree angle, and they say it's the people, the workers cutting the beams with torches. But when the fuck have you ever seen an acetylene torch that was cutting a beam where the slag comes towards the torch?
Well, this charade today has certainly got me lit. And a good place to start is with the mainstream media and these TV stations, because they're committing sedition. They're going along with these lies.
For fucking 55 years. They've been doing this shit continuously.
Well, how can you not expect the American people to believe the news when they're lying right through the TV and they're watching the news? They're expecting that to be the watchdog, and the lies are allowed to go on. The president ought to put out an executive order arresting those people for sedition when they do that, period.
Yep.
And the rest of this cabal and Hillary Clinton, like I said, I told the Republican National Committee, not another dime until that cabal is locked up. And if Hillary isn't locked up and something isn't done about her before the next election, I'm voting against Trump. I don't know who I'll vote for because I hate to do that. But I'll tell you what, as far as I'm concerned, it can go to revolution, and the American people can learn about all the fraud and the corruption at that point. Because I'm fed up with it. I don't see the head of this cabal getting arrested, as was promised with the Q drops and Q plus.
Well, not only you're forgetting one thing, though, and I think we're all forgetting one thing. This is not just here in the United States. This is not just the fucking politicians in this country. It's the fucking Queen of England. It's the fucking. Yep. It's the president of Italy. It's the president of Australia. It's the whole fucking lot of them. It's not, and it's run by the Vatican. Well, the Vatican is the biggest fucking satanic clusterfuck you ever want to even look into.
No doubt, we know what the Pope's been involved in. We do realize all of that. We know that the arrest warrants are out for him, and the rest of Europe's trying to clean it up. We saw what they've done with Brexit. Those people in England their eyes have been opened. And the reality is, it's going to go to, if those Democrats get in, it's going to go to revolution immediately.
Yep.
And
you know what? You see the Democrats can't even fill a fucking high school auditorium.
No.
Half the shit where Hillary was, even during the election, they had one clip of they had a bunch of people in front of the stage, and they're taking pictures with their cell phone, and Hillary's sitting behind the podium, but the phone is taking a picture of something else, which tells you that they green screened her in behind some other fucking basketball game or some shit. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not ungrateful for what our president has done for us. I'm fully aware of.
Oh, he put himself in the crosshairs worse than Kennedy.
He did. He absolutely put his life on the line. But the thing is this isn't just about him. It's about those Republicans back there that have power in the Senate. Let's move forward and let's get these arrests done, boys, because I'm not giving you another damn dime. It's over with. No. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's arrest these criminals.
The only solution like that is, don't give it to the Democrats. Give it to people in social media that are putting this shit out there. Because, you have no idea how much work this is to put out, to do a video. I mean, you not only do you have to do the research, but then you got to do you got to think. I do it I don't script anything. I do it off the top of my head. I think you can tell that by looking at the videos. But be that as it may, after I get finished doing the narration and typing in all this shit, then you got to edit the video and upload. It's a pain in the ass. I'm doing this shit 18 hours a day. I don't fucking sleep.
Yeah, I can't imagine how much work it is, and I certainly couldn't do it. I really admire you for what you've done. You've done a lot of good and exposed a lot of their crimes. You've really done the nation a service. But like I say, my message today is it's time for the arrest. Enough is enough. We're fed the hell up. And don't go calling me on the damn phone asking for more money when you got the goods on them, and yet they continue to spew the lies, and the arrests have not happened. Don't ask for any more money. You're not getting it.
Yep, I hear you. A lot of people are pissed off. It's not only you. When you read the comments on my channel, you'll see there's a lot of people pissed off. And they took my fucking channel down 3 times for no fucking reason. They owe me $4,700 from my last channel.
Well, it's
$4,700 because it was monetized. But you know what? Fuck the monetize. I don't need the fucking money. I rather fucking starve to death than take their fucking money because they're going down.
Yeah,
I to a fucking point there that I want to take some motherfucker out. I'll go to jail.
Are they going down?
Huh?
Dave, are they going down?
Oh, they're going down. One way or the other, they're going down.
When?
I don't know.
It goes into revolution?
What?
Is it going to go into revolution?
That's what it's going to take. I keep telling people that's what it's going to take. Don't fucking believe me.
I don't see it happening. I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of arguing with a bunch of damn imbeciles who only believe what they're fed.
No, that's the school system. They infiltrated the whole fucking society. They're feeding kids this fucking riddling shit. It makes them pay attention. It makes them sit still. They're fucking stoned out of their face, and they don't learn anything. They're a bunch of fucking brainwashed fucking zombies that believe everything everybody tells them. That's
hey, Dave, happy 24th of July.
Hopefully tomorrow when they go out of session, they'll be arrested.
Oh, my hell.
Did you watch Dan Bongino's show today?
No.
Oh, my God. He tore him a new asshole. And all he did was play the clips and says, they asked Mueller, did anybody obstruct you or keep you from doing what you want to do? And he said, no. Then where the fuck is the obstruction then? First of all, there's no crime to obstruct. And second of all, there's no obstruction because there was no interference. So what the fuck are you telling me? Unfucking believable. But, Trump warned them, don't do it. You're gonna step on your own dick. And they sure as hell did, boy. But, people can't make any sense out of it because they don't have the mental capacity to do it. They're not critical thinkers. They believe like you said, they believe everything comes out of that fucking boob tube. That's the problem.
And they're only listening
fucking
to
thing is the worst. That fucking thing is the worst weapon that was ever invented.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's just sick. It's just sick. Shut it off.
People say, well, the mainstream media is in control. No. I'll give you an example. How the fuck did Jane Stanley from the BBC end up in New York on the morning of 9/11? And how the fuck did she know Building 7 was going to fall down 25 minutes before it fell?
Yeah.
Reading from a script. That means you knew and you covered it up. Makes you complicit in the crime.
Prearranged, yeah, complicit in the crime.
Makes you you're covered, and you're sitting in the car, and your friend goes in and robs a bank. You're just as guilty as he is.
Absolutely, you bet. We saw it. Yeah.
You ain't pulling no bullshit on me. Listen, I've been doing this investigation shit for 25 fucking years. I busted fucking drug dealers in New Mexico in 1972. Put them in jail for natural life. I busted motherfuckers doing sex offender therapy from people going out of jail and charging Medicaid $9 million. I busted a fucking thing up in Groveland Correctional Facility that they were doing from 1988 to 2000, taking $20,000 a head times 80 vets to do PTSD therapy. The fucking guy was a registered nurse.
Well, you also put out the video. I saw it with my own eyes of that New Zealand shooting. What a fraud that was.
I mean, you couldn't do nothing better than that. The fucking guy shoots a fucking woman in the head lying in the street with a .223 full metal jacket, and there was nothing but a fucking piece of hair flying across the street? Bullshit.
Well, how about the guy that was sitting on the floor that bled out and then sat up against the wall like there was nothing wrong with him?
Yeah. Or the guy running in front of him that he takes 3 shots and there's no blood on the wall.
Right.
Or the guy whose kufi blows off right there behind, right in front of a white wall, and there's no blood on the wall.
Right.
And fucking shell casings disappear into thin air. Just fucking beam me up, Scotty. They don't hit the ground and make a little tinkling sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And let's not forget about David Wheeler at the Sandy Hook shooting, playing the part of the grieving parent, and also one of the FBI agents. Yeah, carrying a rifle like he didn't know how to pack it.
Right, he's just carrying the fucking M16 upside down by the fucking magazine. What an asshole.
Yeah. By the magazine. I thought it was by the barrel.
He carried it by the magazine.
Yeah.
You look at it again. He carried it by the magazine. You never carry a weapon by a magazine, and you damn sure don't carry it like he carried it.
But nevertheless, he was playing 2 parts. He was a crisis actor playing 2 parts.
Absolutely. Nobody died at Sandy Hook. Bullshit story.
Why isn't, I'll tell you what, Mr. President, why aren't all the law enforcement that was involved in that Sandy Hook charade arrested and charged with treason right there?
Right, absolutely.
We had to wait for them to maybe be pardoned by Obama before he got out?
Well, there's one ray of hope. There's over 135,000 sealed federal indictments, last I checked. There's probably about 145,000 now. They don't put sealed federal indictments out for shits and giggles. And that's verified by pacer.gov. So that's not me saying it. That's not me or anybody else pulling it out of our ass. You can go to the government website and see it. They don't tell you who it's for, what's it for, or who's it against. But there's 130,000 of them, and there can be more than one. There can be up to 90 defendants on each indictment. What the fuck they're waiting for? I don't know, because 135,000 motherfuckers that you are not going to arrest with some fucking law enforcement fucking neighborhood police department. It's not going to happen. You need the fucking military to do that shit. You need the fucking military. You need the military to go and sweep up all these motherfuckers on the same day. Knock on the door, 4 o'clock in the morning, you're under arrest.
They don't have enough military to do it. They need volunteer patriots.
I'll volunteer fucking A. Put me there. That motherfucker will never make it to the fucking police station. I guarantee you. I can't be a cop.
I would make it sure that they made it, but I don't think they have enough military personnel to gather up that many people. Not to go in individual houses or wherever they're at and get them. They just don't. Well, 145,000 indictments? No.
Well, then why hold them? Why not just indict them? Why even seal them? Why seal the indictments? For what purpose? Because the cockroaches are going to run as soon as you turn the lights on. Their fucking hubris and their arrogance makes them think that I'm not one of them. That's what it is. I'm not one of them.
Well, I don't see.
But you see what happened when they got the envelopes at the fucking Bush funeral, though? Fucking Jeb Bush looks like he was shitting his fucking diapers.
That may have been, but you know what? Have you really actually seen them get gathered up?
No, I haven't seen
it. Anything?
I haven't seen it, but the indictments are out there.
Okay, how about the supposed televising from Guantanamo? We're supposed to be able to see that, correct? Isn't that what the Q drop said?
Yeah.
Are we seen any yet?
I haven't seen any.
No, there's nothing. Like I said, don't call me asking for money when I don't see nothing going. Not with the cabal. Yeah, Nexium, the pedophiles. That's all well and good, but the thing is the cabal is still in power.
We're gonna have to take. We're gonna have to do a fucking. We're gonna have to do Revolution 2.0.
Well, like I said,
I'm telling you, I keep saying this fucking shit is just too much for one man to handle, because this fucking shit is not just the last 50 years. This shit's been going on since biblical times.
Well, yes, you're correct. It has.
And that's how they control people. They get him into a fucking room. They get him fucked up on something. They make him fuck a little kid in the ass. And then they say, well, we got this tape. And if you don't fucking do what we say, we'll put this shit out there.
That's right. That's right. And worse. Once they get doing that, then they're doing all of it. Then they're eating children.
Epstein is dead one way or the other. Because, first of all, if they would have let him go on bail, he would have been dead as soon as he stepped out of the fucking house. There would have been a butler going in there and bust a fucking cap in his ass, number one. Number two, if they send him to Rikers Island, he's done. There ain't no fucking way that he's going to come out of there alive. And number three, if they do convict him and put him in jail, I'll give him 2 weeks. There's motherfucking lifers over in there will sign into protective custody under false pretenses just to get next to this fucking guy. And as soon as they go to the shower, as soon as the motherfucker steps out of his cell, he's going to get stabbed in the shower and do some shit. And lifer don't give a fuck. Hey, I'm in here for life. I'm never getting out. You know, I kill a motherfucker in jail. Yeah, that's a bus ride to the court.
I would imagine he's a pretty big asset. I think he if they send anybody to Guantanamo, it would be him.
Yeah, and not only that, but then now you got all the fucking Hildebeest and all her fucking crew after him, because I don't even think they need his testimony, because they got all the films and shit that they took out of his apartment. New York Police Department has got the fucking Hillary and Hoover tape that I know for a fact exists, because the guy I know for 40 fucking years used to be my customer when I worked for IBM. I know the guy for 40 years, told me that he saw parties. He couldn't look at the whole fucking thing.
And by the way, I had heard somewhere that it wasn't a 15-year-old girl; it was an 8.
8. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. If that fucking tape ever made it onto the mainstream media, saying, even if they not even show the tape, just say the fucking tape is the thing is, they're going to say, well, it's a fake video. Okay, well, it's a fake video. How about these fucking 8mm fucking film cameras that would, before video came out, that got you and other people doing the same exact shit fucking 30 years ago? How about that? How do they fake that?
How about that? Yeah.
How about that?
Well, that's what they'd say. It's fake. And until they charge the mass media with sedition, you're not going to get any. It's not going to go out there. People are not going to believe it. When the mass media is on the side of the cabal, if the first thing that needs to be happened is those people in the media need to be charged with sedition. That's what they're doing. Right off the bat, end all the lies, charge them with sedition, and then go with the arrest. But you know what? I'm sorry. I'm just despondent and discouraged because I don't see it happening. The promises are not being met.
Well, I think there's more of us awake than they are putting it out to be, because a fucking guy in his kitchen with his cell phone making videos taken down 3 fucking times for no reason, because I speak the truth. They know I'm stepping on the right fucking track here.
Yeah.
They know it. And I'm a danger. Fucking Mark Dice is a danger. Paul Joseph Watson is a danger. Gary Franchi is a danger. And Alex Jones, who started
Little
all this
Lisa Haven.
Shit. And Lisa
Little
Haven.
Lisa Haven is a threat to them. Yeah.
Everybody's a threat to them.
Imagine that.
Right. So they say they're a private company. They can delete anybody they want. Fucking bullshit, because they're a fucking government entangled entity. They were started by the government and have government contracts. In effect, they are the government. You'll do what the fucking government tells you, whether it's the deep state or whoever's got your fucking balls in their hand. That's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of shitless. And they're afraid
Well,
shitless that they're going to take one fucking step over the fucking line, and then we're all going to go pick up our weapons and go down to fucking Washington, D.C. and clean house for real. We will clean the fucking swamp. I'm 68 years old. I will bust a cap in your ass and not even think nothing about it. What the fuck can they do to me? Put me in jail for life. How many fucking years do I got to live yet?
yeah, that's right.
I'll be a fucking
That's
hero
right.
in that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with you. Anyway, thanks for the job you've done, Dave, exposing what you have.
Well, thank you.
I
Thank you very
appreciate
much.
you letting me vent. Like I say, I after today,
I should put this conversation on a video.
Yeah, you can if you want.
Okay, that'd be great because that a lot of people say, well, no, there's not. Oh, really? Here's one person who called me and and said such and such and such and such. I mean, does this coincide to what you're thinking? A lot of people say you say what I'm thinking.
That's why I've said that many times. You say exactly what I'm thinking.
No, if they take the channel,
I'm not the only one.
I have a BitChute channel. I have a BitChute
I'm not
channel.
the only one that said that.
Yep, I hear.
Many people have said that. You got the guts to put it out there and say it.
Well, I say I've been exposed to this shit I've known what was going on for a long fucking time, and I reported this shit to that abandoned farmhouse thing. I reported that shit to the fucking FBI 25 years ago. They looked at me like I had 3 fucking heads. Okay. It's still there, bro.
Hey, happy 24th of July, and we'll talk to you again sometime.
Take care, my friend. Good.
Yeah.
God bless you, man. Be good.
Thanks, Dave. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Please subscribe to our backup channels, Whirlwind Revolt, Inglorious Patriots, and Net for Truth USA 2 Patriot channel. You can also find us at Net for Truth USA on BitChute. We fly so close to the target, we're on our 4th fighter jet. We will be relentless truth seekers until the enemies of freedom are defeated. You can support this channel by using the links in the description, but for a $100 donation, I will personally send you a autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears. Also, visit my bookstore at lulu.com/net4truth USA. If you are viewing this video on BitChute, you can use the links in the description to support us, or simply click the green $ dot on our video to support this channel. Thank you. Links are in the description section.